So supposedly we're going into Canyonlands National Park. The sign said 34 miles. We've been about 10 so far. Really nice road, but there's nobody here. In typical Hayes family road trip fashion, we seem to be the only people for miles and miles and miles. We're not alone. Okay, so if you've been to Grand Canyon and you thought it was pretty cool, you have to come to Canyonlands. This is way cooler than Grand Canyon because you're down at the bottom and looking up at everything. And every time you come around a corner, it's just amazing. Look at this. Sorry I'm geeking out on it, and I know the camera doesn't do it justice. But this is just amazing. So now we're at Canyonlands National Park. We're going to do a little, it's not even a hike, it's like 3/10 of a mile, but supposed to be some pretty cool scenery. This is just, like I said, if you thought Grand Canyon was cool and you've been there, this is just flat out amazing. Oh look, a mountain lion has recently been seen in this area.
Nothing here.
Oh look, more mountain lion sightings. We were talking on the way down here, driving in, about how it was like the perfect spot to see Jesse James or the Dalton Gang or some, you know, rob a stagecoach and then go hide out in the caves. This place is just pretty cool. So that they mark their presence here with handprints and paintings. Yeah.
Oh, there's little ones down there.
This is amazing. So the ceiling is black because they burned their fires in here to stay warm, and they had water that came up through the ground. Another adventurous trail.
Hold on, babe. You know ladders.
Wonder how long this thing's been here. Yikes!
My little way to make it around. This is awesome.
This is cool.
I love it.
What do you think?
I love you, I love you, I love you. Most people dismiss Canyonlands because it's not cool enough.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot deeper than it looked. That's like easily 50, 60 or more feet down. There's a big raven sitting in the tree down there. Look at this landscape. And this is just incredible. So, one of the coolest views I think we've had yet. We're at the Cave Springs Trail in Canyonlands National Park, and we took this little offshoot trail, came up 2 wooden ladders, and now we're on top of this little mesa or butte, and you can see forever all the way around. Like I said, Grand Canyon is kind of cool, walking along the top, even going down into the canyon itself, but this is just amazing. Some Pueblo buildings down here. We haven't been to that yet, so I'm not sure what they are. We'll get to them. All the way around, we started out at the visitor center, which is way over at the base of the Red Rocks there. And we came up through some of the little canyons down here under the overhangs, climbed up some rocks, came over from this way, and I think we're going that way. It's too hot, but they said it's unseasonably cool right now. Normally it's 100 or better, like it is in Washington right now. But today it was 76, 77 when we came into the park. Long drive to get into here. It's 34 miles off of a highway that you have to drive 27 miles on after you drive 56 miles on another one. But it is well worth it. If you're doing the tour thing in Utah like we are, and you go, I wonder if we should go to Canyonlands, do not miss it. Zion was cool to hike in, but this is way cooler than Zion. I think even cooler probably than Bryce Canyon, even though it's one of the favorite places on earth. But Canyonlands, you don't hear much about it as far as being a national park. We didn't even know what was here. It is amazing. Do not miss it. If you have the chance to come into here and do some sightseeing and some hiking and looking around, definitely worth your time. Way cool. So we hiked up through the bottom of there, and then went through a little slot canyon over there, climbed up just on the other side of this little ridge up to there, and we're coming back. The overhang is where they used to overnight when they were coming through the area. That's where that little cowboy camp thing was. And down there you can see Doug, our trusty road trip steed. Takes us everywhere, does a phenomenal job. All of the little nooks and crannies in here and places to hide, and again, you think back to the Wild West and, you know, who rode through here? Who stayed underneath there? What kind of history is there? So we're coming along under this ledge. And first I noticed this. Well, it's like two big rocks next to each other. And then as you keep looking around, you go, it's split all the way up through there. You can see sunlight all the way through. And we're standing underneath it. The wall is cool with the way it looks like somebody, like my cousin Tim, sculpted it with a trowel when he's putting up rock work on the house. And then they must have been short cowboys back then, if they were under here.
Hey, it's just fine for me.
Well, I'm bumping my head. I don't know what kind it is. We've been guessing sheep. Something short.
Coyote.
But look at the line. There must have been a lizard crawling through, or is that a snake line right at the bottom? You see it?
That is a really big lizard tooth. That is a snake. Whoa.
Yeah. And what's cool about here is the smell. You smell that sage, and it's not a bad smell at all.